2, Pirates nothing. On McLean, if we can get through the Giants lineup. Giants lineup looks like this as they take the field wearing their orange jerseys on Friday. Willie Adames, a shortstop, will bat leadoff. Rafi Devers hit his first home run of the year last night. He's the DH hitting second. Luis Rise, second baseman, and the third place hitter. Matt Chapman at third base. He'll hit cleanup. Jung-Hoo Lee out in right field hits fifth. Elliot Ramos in left field batting sixth. Harrison Bader, the center fielder, hits seventh. Patrick Bailey back in there doing the catching after Susak's great game yesterday. Bailey hits eighth, and Gerard Encarnacion, his first start of the year. Casey Schmidt was in the original lineup, scratched with lower back tightness, so Gerard Encarnacion at first base and ninth in the Giants lineup. Giants pitcher is Tyler Mahle, right-hander, who started against the Yankees in the final game of that series, and this will be his second start of the year. Overall, threw the ball well against the Yankees. Giants are anxious to see him out there again. Umpires, Charlie Ramos is at home plate. Dave Rackley is now the crew chief, and he's at first base. Edwin Jimenez is the umpire at second, and Nestor Ceja is the umpire down the third base line. A message sponsored by Walk-Up Personal Injury Law. Justice takes more than a fighter. You need a champion. Visit walkuplaw.com. This copyrighted broadcast, presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants. Well, we promised it to you. It's Tyler Mahle getting warmed up for the top of the first. Giants will see Nolan McLean in the bottom of the first. Here is the Giants manager on the young Mets right-hander.
The biggest thing from him is he really throws across his body. It comes from a unique angle. And then the spin to the sweeper, breaking ball that he throws. There's a lot of spin to it and a lot of breaking balls that guys might see as a strike or run out of the zone. And then a lot of balls that, a right-hander might see a breaking ball starting at his hip. It might end up on the outer half of the plate. So it's a unique, deceptive look, and it's high spin on all of his pitches.
Okay, good scouting report, and we'll remind you of that when the Giants come up in the bottom of the first. But now it's the Mets hitting to start this game. Mahle on the mound for the first pitch. Here's John Miller.
And the right-handed throws. A fastball. Wow, that was a close one. Maybe a little bit above the belt, out over the plate, but called the ball. No challenge, though. Mahle pitches. That one is right down the middle for a called strike. Francisco Lindor, and he has not gotten his bat going yet. As a guy who hit 31 home runs last year, but he has been getting a lot of walks. Here's the one pitch, and a splitter is low and outside for a ball. Lindor has only 3 hits in 23 at bats, but he also leads the league with 9 walks, including a couple last night. 2-1 pitch, and another splitter swung on and missed. That was a beauty. It would have been an ideal 2-strike pitch, starting as a strike and then dipping below the knees. But now he's at 2 strikes. Let's see if he can do it again. Juan Soto on deck. Mahle to the plate, and a foul. And that one came down off his front foot, the right foot. That was a splitter. That was more of a hanger. It did have Lindor off balance. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Juan Soto is on deck. Mahle from the stretch. Pitches, swing, a line drive, base hit to left field. That was more of a cutter that time, and it was up a little bit, and he went right with it. With the shortstop, Adames swung way over toward the middle of the diamond. He whistled that one more toward straightaway shortstop where nobody was. Only the 4th hit of the year for Lindor, and here comes Juan Soto. Soto, left-handed hitter with lots of power, and he looks at a called strike. Fastball on the outside. Soto, who walked 127 times last year, which was not unusual. Great eye, gets a lot of walks, also hits for batting average. He's got a .333 average right now for the young season. Now he takes up and away with a splitter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Soto, 1 homer, 2 doubles, 10 hits and 30 at bats so far this year. Lindor, the runner at first, he had 31 steals last year. Got to keep an eye on him. The pitch. And just off the outside. That splitter just off the corner. 2-1. That was a close one that Malley might have wanted to get the call on, but it was off the plate according to the StatCast strike zone. Now here's one off the outside with a fastball, and it's 3-1. This is one of the great hitters in the game, Juan Soto. He hit 43 home runs last year. 3-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. And Soto started to go to first base, but he does not challenge the call. So now it's 3-2. And by the way, that showed up on the StatCast strike zone as being right on the corner. He would have lost the challenge if he'd made it. Shortstop, Adames well over toward the middle for this left-handed hitter. We'll keep an eye on Lindor, the runner at first. Malley sets, Lindor not running. The pitch, a swing and a high foul off to the left, and that is into the upper deck. Still 3-2, 92-mile-an-hour fastball there from Malley. Malley's been up with a lot of pitches in this inning so far. He's been throwing a lot of pitches. This will be his 13th pitch. Only the second batter of the game. The pitch grounded into right field. Base hit. Lindor will go to second. He'll stop there. Ball is charged by Jung-Hoo Lee, and he fires it into Adames, the cutoff man. So 2 straight base hits. Both hitters getting to a deep count, and both hitters getting a base hit. It was a 2-2 pitch to Lindor, the 6th pitch of his at-bat, and the 3-2 pitch, the 7th pitch of the at-bat for Soto. So he's in trouble with 2 men out and nobody out. And here is Bo Bichette. Bichette knocked in the first run of last night's game with a double to left field. Right-handed batter. Crowds the plate. The pitch to him. Line drive into right center field. That's going to be in there. Base hit. Bader over to cut it off. He'll throw into second. Coming around third to score is Lindor. Going over to third, Soto. 3 straight hits for the Mets and a 1-0 lead. Bichette, after all of those pitches were thrown to the first 2 hitters, he did not wait around. He jumped in that first pitch sinker and got himself a solid single to right. So 2 nights in a row now, he has knocked in a run in the first inning. And that's a hit that the Mets have not been able to get lately. Mets were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position last night, and only 1 hit in their last 32 at-bats with runners in scoring position before that one. Now here's the ball off the outside to Luis Robert Jr. Right-handed hitter with power. And the pitch. And that's going to be a challenge. That was called a ball around the outside.
Call on the field was ball. The catcher is challenging.
So Patrick Bailey challenging this call. Charlie Ramos, the plate umpire. And that is a strike, as we see.
It is a strike. San Francisco has 2 challenges.
The illustration, and it's sort of a perfect pitcher's strike, and maybe not even that hittable. So the count to Robert is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Not 2-0. Now the pitch. Robert looks at a slider, low and outside for a ball. 2-1. Each team gets 2 challenges, and if you challenge and you do not get the call overturned, you lose that challenge. Now here's a called strike for the fastball. 2-2 now to Robert. If you challenge and the call gets overturned, you were right, you win the challenge, then you keep that challenge. Now here is a ball off the inside with the splitter, and it's a full count. So another deep count. This will be the 20th pitch of the inning thrown by Malley, who has yet to retire a batter. A run in, runners at first and third. The pitch on the way. And that's going to be challenged. Called a ball too low. Challenged immediately by Bailey.
Ball. The catcher is challenging.
So we check the scoreboard, the big high-def screen at Oracle Park. And it missed.
Call is confirmed. San Francisco has 1 challenge.
It missed by 0.2 of an inch.
Well, it's the right time to use it. I mean, that's obviously, we saw one of those in last night's game. Susak challenged and got it right. It's either a walk or a strikeout. I mean, it's hard to have a higher leverage spot than that, particularly here with the thing going sideways for Tyler Mahle. But because they weren't right by that tiny margin, the bases are loaded with nobody out.
And the call that he challenged that did get overturned, that was also a tiny margin. So now the bases are loaded. The Giants keep the infield in double play depth. They'd give away a run here to get a double play. The batter is Brett Beatty, left-handed hitter. Big swing and a miss on a first pitch splitter down around the knees. 0-1. The Mets have Soto at third, Bichette at second, Robert at first. 1-0. The Mets are leading. And the pitch. Fastball down and in, and he missed to the other side of the plate from where the target was being given by Bailey. He was set up on the outside, and that one ran just off the inside. 1-1 the count. Dangerous hitter with power, Brett Beatty. The pitch on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, Beatty apparently was convinced that it was not going to be a fastball right down the middle of the plate, and he took it. This fairly fat-looking pitch. But now it's 1-2 strikes. Again, Mahle ready, throws. A ground ball back to the mound. Home for one. The relay to first. A double play. And in a spot where they were willing to give up a run to get the double play, they give the double play without giving up a run. That was a one-hopper right back to Mahle, who threw it to Bailey for the force out on Soto, and then the relay back to first. Soto came down the line, pointing at home plate and telling the umpire that, hey, he took his foot off of home plate before he caught that ball. But that's not the way the umpire saw it. Now, here's a fastball down and away to Vientos. So now, with Soto forced out at the plate, Bichette moved to third, and Robert moved to second. Beatty hitting into the pitcher to catcher to first baseman. Double play. It's still two more runners in scoring position. The pitch to Vientos in the dirt outside, backhanded by Bailey. 2-0 the count.
This becomes a huge at bat. I know it's only the top of the first inning, but you can get out of here thinking, okay, no problem, just the one run, or the Mets can be feeling a whole lot better about their struggling offense.
He's behind in the count. He has first base open with the veteran Marcus Semien on deck, another right-handed hitter. Now here's a fastball, and Bailey wants to challenge Charlie Ramos's call there, but he's already lost one challenge, so he will not challenge this one. And it's a good thing it ended up off the corner by just, an inch or less. 3-0 count. Now this one is a called strike, and Vientos is going to challenge the call.
Call on the field is strike. The batter is challenged.
So now Vientos challenging. He thought it was a ball, and he was right.
It is the ball. New York has two challenges remaining.
So the walk. Interesting time, because he's a home run and RBI guy for the Mets. And he had the count in his favor. If he just accepted it as a strike, he'd have a 3-1 count with a chance to be the guy to drive in the run. But he moves it back to Semien now to try and be that man. Bases loaded, 2 down, the pitch. Semien takes a called strike, and it's 0-1. So what's that, 3 challenges already in this inning? Here is Mahle, ready, throwing, swinging, a line drive, base hit, left center field. Coming in to score is Bichette. Robert goes over to third, and he'll hold there. That was just out of the reach of Adames to his left. Adames was shading just a bit toward third, and range to his left, made a leap for it, but it was beyond him. That ball was really smoked on a splitter. He went up there seemingly looking for that splitter, so Semien knocks in a run. Now it's 2-0 Mets. Bases still loaded, and here is the left-handed hitting Carson Benj, the rookie 23 years old. And he takes a called strike.
And that was very conservative third base coaching with 2 outs, not to send that extra runner. Ramos, I mean, the ball got to him very quickly, but he threw to the cutoff man set up towards second.
Now the 1 strike offering. And that's a called strike, too. Yeah, I was a little surprised because that's the other thing. Robert is a fast runner. Robert now at third. 0-2 the count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the Mets get the 2. Could have been so much worse. A 33 pitch.
23-year-old flamethrower Chase Burns, the second overall pick in 2024.
The pitch blew by you. Strike 3 right over the outside corner, 2 down.
That might be the first time we've seen triple digits from Chase Burns today. Ran that one up there at 100. That's a good time to reach back for a little extra right there to put a guy away. Burns brings it. Swing and a miss. There it was. 99 right on by him. Triolo down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close on Burns' 5th strikeout of the game.
Make it 2. It's a half dozen Ks for Chase Burns.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Davis looked like he had no chance.
That one had a bit of bite to it. Kind of spun that one in the zone to Horowitz for the first batter of this inning hit.
Second, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. 7 strikeouts for Chase Burns through 5 innings of shutout baseball against the Pirates. It's the Reds 2, Pirates nothing.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Secure your seats at sfgiants.com/tickets.
Hey Giants fans, it's Amy G for UCSF Health. Did you know just down the street from the ballpark, UCSF has the best cancer center in California? Our doctors and researchers come together from all different cancer specialties to tackle some of the toughest cases. So no matter where you are in your cancer journey, you'll get the latest personalized treatments available. Visit UCSF Health, the official healthcare partner of the San Francisco Giants.
Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the best in the Bay.
Line drive into right field, base hit. Charged by Robles. 1 run is in. Here comes Fitzgerald. The throw. Swing!
All season long on the sports leader. Now back to the Orange and Black on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Well, that's a 24-year-old right-hander, Nolan McLean, against the Giants. 2-0 Mets, bottom 1.
And McLean with the first pitch sinker at 96 miles an hour for a called strike. Something must have happened to Juan Soto while he was running the bases. He's out of the game. Now here's a fastball, and that's in there. Strike 2 called, a cutter to the outside, and it's 0-2. So Tyrone Taylor has gone in to play left field for the Mets. Willie Adames, right-handed hitter, and McLean, big, strong right-handed throwing. Too high. 1-2. We did talk to, and you might have heard Dave play that for you, but McLean was a guy who was recruited as both a quarterback and a pitcher. Great athlete, all-round athlete. There's a sharp slider or curveball down and away. And Tony Vitello did talk about that pitch, and that was as good as there is with that kind of a breaking ball. Now, the fastball is off the outside. 3-2 the count. It was 0-2. Rafi Devers on deck. Giants behind 2-0. Here's the pitch. Bounced foul. That was a sinker. He throws it really hard. 96 miles an hour, and ran right in on the hands. A lot of movement on it. McLean, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 24 years old. Swing, and a roller hit softly to short, charged by Lindor. Here's the exchange and the across the body throw to first while still bent over at the waist in time for the out. He's just so smooth out there. 1 away. Not an easy play either. The ball was hit very softly by Adames. So he's gone, and now Rafi Devers, who hit a home run to the 399 sign in deep left center last night. He takes very high for ball one. Here's McLean ready, throwing. And he's too high again. 2-0 the count. McLean made his Major League debut just last August, mid-August against Seattle. 2-0 pitch. Too high, ball three. Got his first Major League win in that game with 5 1/3 scoreless innings, 8 strikeouts. 3-0 pitch. Oh, a big swing and a foul back to the screen. That was another high fastball to Devers, and he took a shot at it, but fouled it straight back. Luis Arraez on deck. Giants trailing 2-0. Devers, that wide open stance. McLean to the plate. Fouled back to the screen again. 95-mile-an-hour sinker that time. He's from North Carolina and then went to Oklahoma State. They recruited him as both a pitcher and a quarterback. Now, swing and a miss. A four-seam fastball at 98 miles an hour. Up a little bit, and he blew it right by him. He's capable of doing that. So 2 down, and now Arraez will come up. He pitched in 14 games in college at Oklahoma State. Had a 3.3 earned run average. And he also hit with power while he was there. Had 36 home runs in his career at Oklahoma State as a hitter, and a 957 OPS. After missing too high with ball one, he misses again too high with a sinker. 2-0. The count, and a swing and a high pop-up. A fastball over near third base, under it, backpedaling a couple of steps. Bichette, he's got it. And the shutdown inning for McLean. The Giants go on.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy. That's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice catch, JD. JD. What a catch. They probably stuck with the pine tar. No kidding. Look at this guy. I mean, it comes off the screen, and he just barehands it.
Don't miss a second of the walk-off home runs.
He drives one deep left field at the wall. Gone! Matt Chapman wins it.
All season long on the San Francisco Giants radio network. This is Miller and Fleming on KNBR FM and AM, the sports leader.
There's ball one to Francisco Alvarez, leading off for the Mets here in the second inning against Tyler Mahle. 2-0, the Mets are leading. Now there's a fastball on the outside for a called strike. The leadoff hitter in this inning for the Mets is Alvarez. When you've been injured in an auto accident, you don't just need an attorney. You need a heavy hitter. Contact Ayala, Morgan, and Bazard. There's a line drive caught by the third baseman. Chapman ranging to his left. Ball hit off the end of the bat. Fairly soft liner, giving Chapman a chance to move 2-3 steps to his left, then reaching high to catch it. Starting to have just a little hop. I wouldn't call it a leap or a jump, just a little bit of a hop. So one down. Now the actual Mets leadoff hitter in the lineup, Francisco Lindor, who led off the first inning with a single to left, and he takes a called strike. Mets 2, Giants nothing in the second inning. Here it comes. And that fastball, that surprised him. In there for a called strike, too. I want to send along our thoughts and prayers to Jose Butto, Giants right-handed reliever. Now the pitch. Splitter. Struck him out swinging. So 2 down. Second strikeout. Butto placed on the injured list yesterday with right arm tightness. Today was examined. They did a lot of testing at the Stanford Medical Center and determined that he had a blood clot in his right arm and is to undergo a procedure today or tonight at the Stanford Medical Center to remove that blood clot. There's a called strike to Tyrone Taylor. Taylor in the second spot in the batting order where Juan Soto usually is. Soto left the game after the Mets half of the first inning. There's a ball, and the count is 1-1. Taylor swings a hard one-hopper right to third. Chapman's got it. The long throw across. Inning over. Gerard Encarnacion getting the put out. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the last.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Right field base hit. Charged by Robles. 1 run is in. Here comes Fitzgerald. The throw.
All season long on the San Francisco Giants Radio Network. Back to Orange and Black Bats Crackin' on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Here's Matt Chapman to lead off for the Giants, last of the second, and he takes ball 1 in too tight from McLean. Nolan McLean sets and throws. Swing and a miss on a cutter. 89-mile-an-hour cutter. McLean, in his first start this year, the pitch now is a pop-up on the right side, drifting out into the shallow outfield. The second baseman, Simeon, and he's got it. Chapman is retired, 1 away. His first start, McLean was given the hook after 5 innings, 2 runs 4 hits allowed. He had 8 strikeouts, walked 2, gave up a home run in that game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Through 84 pitches. Here's Jung-Hoo Lee. And he takes just off the inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Left-handed hitter facing the right-handed throwing Nolan McLean. 2-0, the Mets ahead. And there's one. And that's too high. 2-0 the count. Now here's a swinging strike. Big swing on a sinker at 94 miles an hour that caused his helmet to fly off and hit the ground. Now Lee back in the pitch. In there at the knees with the sinker. Right out over the plate at the knees, and it's 2-2. Shortstop Lindor shaded toward the middle, not all the way over. 2-2 pitch. Swing, and there's a high pop-up. Back of third, drifting into the shallow outfield is Bichette. Coming in is Taylor, the left fielder, calling him off. It is Taylor who's got it. 2 down. This is, by the way, the Taco Bell second inning. Stop by your local Taco Bell to try their new Cantina chicken menu. And remember to live más. Elliot Ramos in the 6th spot in the order takes a fastball in for a called strike. Ramos batting, 2 down. A check of who's on deck, sponsored by TimberTech. TimberTech decking and railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. If Ramos can get aboard, Harrison Bader, who's on deck, would come up. Giants down 2-0. 2 down. Nobody on as Ramos hits a foul off to the right, out of play. So he's quickly behind McLean. No balls, 2 strikes. McLean to the plate. Way outside for a ball. The 1-2 offering. Low one outside. There's that curveball, which manager Tony Vitello could not come up with enough superlatives for what an incredible pitch that is, and almost impossible to hit. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded past the mound, up the middle. Over to backhanded behind second is Simeon. He turns and throws to first for the out. Inning over. 6 in a row retired by McLean. And on with...
There's a swing and a high drive. Deep out to right center. Long run out there, and it's gone! Rips this one to right center field. Back it goes! Get out! What a turn!
Kidding me? It goes from a base hit to a double play. How about those 2 guys up the middle? Are you kidding me? One of the best in the business defensively in the outfield, taking extra bases away.
There's a deep drive to left. In the corner, it's got a chance. Gone! Cubs go back to back.
Welcome back to Cincinnati, Gino. A 3-run blast for his first home run of the year.
Casey hits it in the air. Casey to deep right. We're going home! Soler lays out, and he caught it.
I'll drive in 3 and I'll save a double right there.
Fly ball to deep right.
Got a curtain call. Speaking of upper body command, no shame in their game.
Oh, hit the bat, and then the bat hit the helmet. A trick shot.
The big kitty's here.
Well, the therapy rabbit, you mean?
Oh, error on Andy Rodriguez, the Pirates' first baseman.
It was fairly camped underneath it.
It's pretty cold down here, and I needed a hat. I didn't have one, so Mr. Met lent me his.
Oh, nobody caught it. Boy, all sorts of communication issues between Rojas and Sosa.
In Bizarre, we've recovered millions for injury victims. From fender benders to major accidents, we swing big. Call 866-465-2999 or visit amb.law.
Now, Back to Giants Gloves Poppin' on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
The Mets lead the Giants 2-0 as we start the third inning. Back to work, Tyler Mahle, and stepping in to tell you all about it, here is Dave Fleming.
A swing and a line drive into center field, base hit. So Bo Bichette, who's off to this incredibly slow start, you wouldn't know it by watching these last couple games, and especially tonight. He's getting his Mets career going against the Giants. Bichette is now 2 for 2. A first pitch swing to start the third. Leadoff single. And it was only a matter of time. And Bo Bichette is one of the great, pure, natural hitters in the game. So now Luis Robert, who drew a walk his first time up. He takes a ball, close but off the outside. Patrick Bailey challenged that ball 4 pitch, and it was oh so close, but the Giants lost their challenge. 1-0. That one misses low, 2-0. Bailey also won a challenge, and so did a Mets hitter in the very first inning. So we had 3 different challenges at the top of the first inning alone. Giants have 1 left. Mets have both theirs left. 2-0. Robert takes a strike. But Tyler Mahle is just not real sharp tonight. Mets have a 2-0 lead. They have 5 hits already. Giants don't have a hit yet. 2-1 to Robert. Here's the pitch. A ground ball to third. Could be 2. Chapman has it. Second one. A rise to first. Got him double play. Good stretch by Encarnacion, who hasn't played over there at first base very often. And a really nice turn. Luis Arraez, man, he's turning these double plays extremely well. He hangs in there. He shows off a really good arm. He came up. We were talking to him the other day on the Around the Park show, and he talked about how he came up as a shortstop. So he had a shortstop arm. That was well done all the way around. So 2 down. Bases empty for Brett Beatty. Second double play that the Mets have hit into. That's been a factor in this game. Mahle's been in all kinds of trouble. The pitch. Beatty fouls this one off to the left. But the 2 double plays have helped limit what could have been a lot more damage. Giants are still very much in this game. 2-0 Mets. The 0-1. That one's in there for a called strike. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Beatty didn't think so, but of course we're in the era now where put your money where your mouth is. If you don't think so, challenge. 0-2. Swing and a foul tip. He just barely got a piece of the splitter. And teams are putting certain restrictions on players. They have team-wide strategies about how to use challenges, when to use them, what situations to prioritize. But it's definitely changed the feel of those moments when hitters or pitchers or whoever complain about a ball strike call. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Splitter. Got him. Mahle's third strikeout, and he works around that leadoff single. Midway through 3 with Bader, Bailey.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Bryce Harper will lead things off as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. That one's hit well. Out toward right center field. It is gone! Home run, Bryce Harper. First of the year. It's a 5-3 game. That was a pretty swing.
Yeah, that's the way you turn on a ball.
I got to believe that felt just absolutely wonderful for Bryce Harper. He needed that.
It's only the 3rd hit in 24 at-bats, but that's 425 feet.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody's going to take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it.
Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back? Okay, you can continue talking.
Right, and you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Placata."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for me. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
On the sports leader. This is Giants Baseball on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Harrison Bader for the Giants. Last of the third. Mets have a 2-0 lead. Nolan McLean, this super talented young right-hander, pitches. Bader takes a fastball for a called strike. 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Bader, who has a home run, hitting just 160 in the early season. Now a fastball rides up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. But he's had some big moments for the Giants. He's also played a really good center field, which is big reason why the Giants brought him here. This pitch is outside, 2-1. The folks at Sports Info Solutions told us that they classified his catch last night as a home run robbery. They track home run robberies. Now McLean misses high, 3-1.
I saw a photograph in the Chronicle today online that made it look like, sometimes that can be deceiving, those angles, but looked like he robbed him.
Now a swing and a ground ball pulled foul. So that's the 5th one of his career. He had a couple last year. That gets you a lot of points in your defensive run saved category.
Well, that's literally saving a run.
Literally. The pitch. Bader, ground ball. Over at third, diving to his left. Bichette has it, stands up, and throws out Bader. Nice play by the longtime shortstop, now playing third for the first time in his career. That was a good play. Bader, he was sure that was going to be a hit. So he jogs back across the infield. Good defense from Bichette. Here's Patrick Bailey. Patrick trying to get his offense revved up. Here's a backdoor slider called strike 1. Bailey has only 2 hits so far this year. He's played every game until last night. 2-0 Mets leading. Last of the third. The pitch. Bailey breaks his bat, hits a slow roller to second. Man, the whole barrel of the bat snapped off and went flying out on the infield grass. Simeon fields and throws him out. And all Patrick was left with was the knob and the very bottom part of the handle. That was it. It was totally sawed off. 2 down for Gerard Encarnacion. He's getting a chance to play for the first time. The pitch. That's a called strike. Giants have used their bench. I mean, it has to be less frequently than any team in baseball. Giants have hardly used their bench at all through the first week of games. 0-1 to Encarnacion. 2 down, nobody on. The pitch. He hits one foul off to the right. Gerard got 1 pinch hit at bat in that Padres series. And that's his only at-bat of the year. Christian Koss still has not had an at-bat. Jared Oliva hasn't. Encarnacion just waves and misses at a curveball. Looked like a guy who hadn't hit very much lately. McLean gets the strikeout, and the Giants go down in order.
The first pitch to him. Hit sharply, base hit into right center field. The Phillies have come all the way back, and they have won it on the first career walk-off base hit for Justin Crawford. Pitch. Swung on, banged up the middle. Backhanded, half-diving, stop Rocchio falling down. Got the throw to first on a bounce and got Freeman. Swing and a miss. Got him with a heater. Still throwing 95 miles per hour. Gavin Williams with his 5th career double-digit strikeout game.
It's his 13th career complete game. It's his 5th career shutout. What a start for Sandy Alcantara this season.
Clark going near the track, at the track, near the wall, leaps up, and he robs him. He robbed him of a home run. Denzel Clark strikes again.
Dominic Canzone, you think about this time a year ago, he was off the radar when you think about it, right?
Canzone plugs this deep out to the gap. Right center field.
and the Mariners have taken the lead.
Well, Dom can zone picking up right where he left off. This was a sinker middle part of the plate. Got that foot down, all those adjustments he made with that swing in that lower half last year. A huge contributor.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
At the wall, gone! Matt Chapman wins it!
All season long on the San Francisco Giants radio network. Now back to Giants Gloves Poppin' on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Tyler Mahle back to work, and Mark Vientos, who homered last night, takes ball one. 2-0 Mets. Inning number 4. Giants haven't had a base runner yet, and the Mets have had a lot of base runners. 2 runs, 5 hits. Vientos takes a ball. 2-0. Charlie Ramos got a small strike zone. I think we're going to be seeing more of that from umpires. That was a pitch that, if it had been challenged, would have been a strike. Now a fastball misses outside, 3-0. So Vientos, who walked his first time up, and he walked on a challenge. It was 3-0. Pitch was called a strike. He challenged. It turned out it was ball 4. 3-0 here. And that's a strike. That's the first one he's seen all game, as it turns out. Mahle just behind too many hitters. That's a tough way to live. 3-1, foul, back out of play. Let's pause for station identification on the Liberty Group. Protect your assets. Giants Radio Network.
This is the flagship of Giants baseball. Double play! KNBR and KNBR FS San Francisco, the sports leader.
Here's a swing and a liner into left. Base hit, Vientos. So Tyler Mahle gives up another hit. 3 out of the 4 innings, Mets have had the leadoff hitter aboard. A single by Lindor in the first, single by Bichette last inning, and now a single by Vientos here in the top of the 4th. 6 hits for the Mets. Marcus Semien, who drove in a run with an RBI hit in his first at-bat, stands in. A lot of loud, hard contact for the Mets tonight. The Mets offense has been scuffling. The pitch. Fouled, back out of play. Mets lead 2-0. On the Toyota out-of-town scoreboard, a much different game tonight down in the desert. Arizona hosting Atlanta. Last night, the Braves scored 17 runs in winning that game. The pitch. That one just misses. Ball 1. Tonight, they're in the 6th inning, and it's scoreless. And the Diamondbacks don't have a single hit. Grant Holmes pitching tonight for Atlanta has not allowed a hit through 5 innings. 0-0 there. Here's a swing and a slow roller toward third. Chapman watching, waiting. It rolls foul, and he scoops it up to force his old teammate from Oakland to head back to home plate. So 1-2 the count. The other 2 games that are still going on, almost all the games across baseball were during the daytime today. And a lot of them were opening days, home openers for a bunch of teams this afternoon. A's up in Sacramento have a 4-1 lead over Houston. They're in the bottom of the 4th. And the Angels are at home against Seattle. 0-0 bottom 4 in that one. Those 2 plus this game, the only 3 going. Friday night out on the West Coast. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Fastball, and that one missed by plenty. So all the other games have gone final from earlier today. The pitch. That one is blasted to center field. Bader going back. Bader at the wall. It's gone. Right over the center field wall. Marcus Semien, his first home run of the year. Bader was lining it up like maybe he had a chance to climb the wall and go for another home run robbery, but it just whistled right over everything, and it's 4-0 Mets. And Tyler Mahle is getting hit hard. was not the story against the Yankees. I mean, Malley generally pitched pretty well against the Yankees. Tonight, the Mets are swinging the bats. Here's Benj from the left side. He goes after the first pitch and flies one to left. Ramos back. He'll square up short of the warning track and make the catch. Out number one. Well, Marcus Semien, who has been around the game a long time, has been a great player for a long time. He was struggling at the beginning of the year. He's a San Francisco native. He was born in San Francisco. Grew up in Berkeley, went to St. Mary's High over in the East Bay. Went to Cal Berkeley for college. Here's a swing, and Alvarez skies one to center. Bader back, and it's gone. Almost the same spot. Second home run of the inning. Second home run of the year for Alvarez. The catcher and the ninth place hitter, and it's 5-0 Mets. Giants have not yet gotten the bullpen going, but that's going to have to change. It's still early enough in this game. It's only the fourth inning where even down 5 runs, you have a chance, but now the Mets are just piling on. A 2-run homer and a solo home run in this inning already with 1 out. Lindor swings and misses. Carried a little farther. Simeon's was measured at 407 feet. Alvarez 415. The pitch. Lindor takes low, a splitter. It's 1-1. Still nobody throwing in the Giants bullpen. There's some stirring out there, some stretching, but nobody warming up. Here's a strike. Over the outside, little backdoor cutter. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Lindor rips one foul down the first base line. On that Toyota out-of-town scoreboard, the Padres traveled across the country after we were in San Diego on Wednesday. They had yesterday off in Boston, and today they played the home opener at Fenway Park. Here's a ground ball, softly hit to second. Arise gobbles it up, throws short throw to first to get Lindor. That's out number 2. And the Red Sox, who needed a win, the Red Sox are off to kind of a slow start first week of the year. Tight game, and they scored late and beat the Padres 5-2. So the Padres are 2-5. Same record as the Red Sox. Here's Tyrone Taylor against Malley. And a ball outside. And it was a good birthday present for my brother. My brother Will, who's the voice of the Red Sox, was at Fenway on his birthday, and the Sox won him a ball game. Here's a called strike.
Did he have any big calls on his birthday?
He had some big calls, yeah. He makes every call sound big. Here's the pitch. Taylor swings and misses and drops down to a knee. 1-2.
Does he now?
He does. If the Red Sox are scoring, it's sounding exciting. What would we think with the big hit of that game? Here's a ball in the dirt. Wilson Contreras hit a home run to break a tie in the bottom of the 6th. That was a pretty big
The new
moment.
guy.
Yeah. He's looked pretty good, it sounds like.
So you say he makes him sound exciting. Well, I'd like to see if he did.
2-2, ground ball to short. Adames charges, has it, throws to first in time for the out, and the Mets are retired, but they get 3 runs on a couple of home runs of their own. Well, maybe when we come back for the bottom of the 4th, we can...
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's time for the great Mascot race. Here's the pitch. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd is going wild. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. Here's the play at the plate. It's the Philly Fanatic. Congratulations. You won the great Mascot race.
Dunston and Travis Ishikawa next January in Scottsdale, Arizona for a nothing-like-it experience at Scottsdale Stadium. Register soon. This camp is almost sold out. Visit sfgiants.com/fantasy camps or call 415-839-8212.
Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the best in the Bay.
Line drive into right field, base hit. Charged by Robles. One runner's in. Here comes Fitzgerald. The throw. Swing!
All season long on the Sports Leader. Giants fans, stream the Sports Leader on the all-new KNBR app. Now back to the Orange and Black.
Ball one to Willie Adames. 5-0 Mets, last of the fourth. Adames takes high, 2-0, and the Giants are looking for their first base runner. So this has been a lopsided game so far. Part of that is the Mets offense, and part of it is the guy on the mound. Nolan McLean's been awesome. Not perfect. He's not been perfect with his command, and now he misses inside 3-0. 24 strikes, 19 balls, but just the stuff is nasty. Here's his 3-0 pitch. Adames takes a strike. He thought it was ball 4. Adames has tried to challenge 2 times as a hitter this year, and he's 0 for 2. He did not challenge that. Still a good hitter's count, 3-1. The pitch. That is strike 2, and Adames again got ready to go toward first base and got called back. And StatCast said that was a strike, barely, but it was a strike. 3-2. Adames strikes out swinging. Wow, a cutter. So after all that, Adames strikes out again. Struck out 3 times last night. 3rd strikeout for McLean here tonight. And up comes Rafael Devers, who hit his first home run of the year in last night's game against Sean Manaea. A very impressive home run. Takes this one for a ball. He knows my brother very well from his time in Boston. Will called a lot of Devers home runs,
including Devers' last homer as a Red Sox. Today he got traded to the Giants.
He hit it against Max Fried over the Green Monster. Now a curveball spins in, maybe more like a sweeper. Strike 1. DC's got the home run today, the Wilson Contreras home run from today queued up. Devers kind of a wild swing and miss. 1-2. So we could judge and see if Will on his birthday sounded excited enough and spirited enough.
We can evaluate and grade him.
Give him a little feedback. Now a pitch low. 2-2. Exactly what he doesn't want from you and me. 2-2 the count to Devers. McLean throws high and tight. Devers bends back out of the way. 97 miles an hour. That crossfire action from McLean. That pitch has to look like it's coming right in toward Devers' face. 3-2. The pitch. He lines one to first, but it's caught by Beatty. A scorching low liner off the bat of Devers. And nothing to show for it. DC, you got that home run from Fenway today?
I think you and I both think this guy is going to do some loud things this homestand here at Fenway. Wilson Contreras, who swings and drives one high and deep into left center field. It is back and is gone! welcome to Fenway, Wilson. And it is 3-2 Red Sox.
Ball one to Luis Arise. I kind of brought it down a little there. Arise hits a fly ball to left, and coming into the foul line, Taylor makes the catch.
Man, I got goosebumps. I thought, man, I'm not even a Red Sox fan.
What in the world happened to Mike Sims? Looks like he's hurting a little bit. It really does.
Something inside the batting helmet.
Look at that.
Maybe he got a Q-tip stuck in there or something.
He is obviously in a little bit of pain. It was a bug. It looked like it was a pretty good sized.
It was a moth,
too. Look at this.
It's a live moth.
Wow, we've seen it all now.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
No, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Style your kitchen at Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill or at friedmansappliance.com.
Don't touch that dial. You are listening to the best in the Bay.
Line drive into right field, base hit. Charged by Robles. One run is in. Here comes Fitzgerald, the throw.
All season long on the San Francisco Giants Radio Network. This is Giants Baseball on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Ball one to Bo Bichette, who's 2 for 2 in this game. 2 hard hit base hits against Malley. Now he swings and grounds one to short. Adames has it. Quick transition, throw to first for the out. So Bichette retired for the first time by Malley. Mets lead 5-0. Tomorrow's Youth Baseball Day at Oracle. Bring the kids. And it's a Saturday evening game, 6:05 first pitch time. First 8,000 kids, 14 and under, get a youth reversible sleeve. Presented by Bank of America. sfgiants.com/promotions. If you have to ask what that is, we'll ask your kid. They'll know. Ball one to Luis Robert from Malley. Here's a swing and a ball topped foul. 1-1. Red Sox. Oh, it's the 5th inning. John, I'm just doing play-by-play. Sorry. Here's John Miller.
You're doing really well at it.
I could have just kept doing scores and highlight. What happened?
Not as exciting as your brother Will.
No.
Of course, our game's a little bit different than the one he had today at Fenway.
So far.
Could be something later.
Yeah.
A late inning surprise.
We're going to build to that.
Well, keep going.
I think I don't want to take your thunder. I just
ball low.
You're so good at these balls and ground balls.
Oh yeah, pop-ups. 3-2 the count. There's a ground ball that hits the mound and bounces out behind second where Rice was stationed, and his long throw to first from the very shallow center field grass is in time. One away. For the batters that I've done,
it's a new rule.
2 outs overall in the inning. So here now is Brett Beatty. And your brother, did it sound like he almost called the home run before it happened? Here's a called strike now to Beatty. at the knees. He's grounded into a double play and struck out.
It's a very savvy broadcaster technique. I have a feeling.
Wouldn't be surprised. There's timeout asked for by Beatty now.
Because if you're wrong, nobody calls you out on it. But if you're right, and we play your highlight all across the country, incredible. Genius.
Called shot. Now there's a called strike, and it's 0-2.
I got to start doing that more.
Although I think he could settle it a little bit better. That would be my only critique. Just as I was saying, there it is. Just what I thought was going to happen. There's a ball inside to Beatty. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mets lead the Giants 5-0. 2 down, nobody on. Beatty swings and foul tips one off the glove of Bailey, the catcher. Vientos is on deck. Here's the leaderboard update, sponsored by Bank of America, proud sponsor of the Junior Giants, helping inspire tomorrow's leaders on and off the field. The Giants, 3 wins, 4 losses for the year, same as the Mets. There's a foul off to the left. And still a little bit better than the Red Sox, who even with their win today, called shot, as it was, the Red Sox improved to 2-5. 1-2 the count. Here it is. And too high for a ball. 2-2. Slow start for the Red Sox, but they're back home at Fenway. They snapped a 5-game losing streak with their win today. Now the pitch. Wow. The whole infield thought that was strike 3. They all started right in unison. The whole infield started to run off the field. And if that call had been challenged, it would have been called a strike. Now here's a swing and a drive foul off the left field line and back out of play.
And I think it's partially, you've already lost 1. So as the catcher, Patrick Bailey's a little less willing to do it. And maybe partially game scenario 2 outs, nobody on.
Still can get him. 3-2 pitch. And he does get him. Did I call that one, Dave?
You did. Still can get him here.
Still can get him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got him just because I thought.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pine talk? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Don't miss a second of the walk-off home runs.
He drives one deep left field at the wall. Gone! Matt Chapman wins
All
it.
season long on the San Francisco Giants radio network. Back to Orange and Black Bats Kraken on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Matt Chapman, first ball swinging, gets a towering pop-up over toward third, and it's already been caught by Bo Bichette before we actually even even started to describe it. It had already happened. Now, we rejoin the game live. One out. Here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Giants have not had a base runner yet. Nolan McLean has been as advertised. Great stuff, but maybe even a little better than advertised so far in this one. Here's a cutter, too high. 2-0 now to Lee, who hit a fly ball to shallow left his first time. Ramos is on deck. 13 in a row retired by McLean. Now the backdoor slider is off the outside for a ball. 3-0. McLean to the plate. And that's a cutter on the inside for a called strike. 3-1. He delivers. And a fastball in there for a called strike, too. 95 mile an hour two-seamer. 3-2 the count. McLean throws. And a little tapper hit slowly up the first base side. McLean off the mound in a hurry to pick it up like he was recovering a fumble. And he runs it into the end zone. Well, he was a quarterback, and he was highly recruited to be a quarterback. Tony Vitello told the story of meeting him at the University of Tennessee because the Vols were recruiting him as a quarterback. He ended up going to Oklahoma State, but a great all-around athlete. And we got a little look at it right there. So 2 down, nobody on. Here is Elliot Ramos. He fell behind Lee and then came back to get him on a little softly hit ground ball. Unassisted put out for the pitcher. And there's a called strike to Elliot Ramos. 14 in a row retired by McLean. No base runners for the Giants in this game. They trail 5-0. Ramos takes low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow's game is a 6:05 start. Landon Root will start for the Giants against Clay Holmes for the Mets. There's a foul out of play off to the right. Is that still JT Brubaker up in the bullpen for the Giants? I think so. As there's a ball outside. 2-2 now to Ramos. Tyler Mahle has thrown 91 pitches in his 5 innings, so he's probably finished. Now there's a ball way off the outside, a big curveball. So now a 3-ball, 2-strike count. 2 down, nobody on. Bader would be next. The pitch comes in. Oh, wow. Front door slider with a 23-inch break, 2-foot break. And I think Ramos thought maybe it was going to hit him, and then it snapped back.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. It looked like it was going to be a really good play for Jurgen Profar.
He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Got it there? Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted 406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. And use code CODE to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas at Taco Bell. With slow roasted chicken, crispy bacon, and creamy avocado ranch sauce. You can't get just one. The previous statement was not marketing hyperbole. You literally can't get just one. The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas are, in fact, in order of 2 Street Chalupas at participating Taco Bell U.S. locations for limited time while supplies last.
This is Miller and Fleming on KNBR, FM and AM, the sports leader.
There's ball one, a fastball too low. JT Brubaker now on the mound for the Giants in relief of Tyler Mahle. Facing the right-handed hitting Mark Vientos, the pitch. And he's off the inside, ball two. Two-seam fastball that ran right off the corner. 2-0. Vientos has walked and singled. Second baseman Arise plays him behind second. 2-0 pitch. Low. 3-0. But Tyler Mahle, 5 innings pitched, 5 runs, and 8 hits allowed. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. It came in the same inning. Now there's a called strike to Vientos. It was a 2-0 game in the 4th inning when Simeon hit a 2-run homer over the center field wall. Now there is a ball outside. So it's a walk for Vientos. Here's Simeon. Simeon got an RBI single in the 1st inning. That was the Mets' 2nd run of the game. Then a 2-run homer over the center field wall, and suddenly it was a 4-0 game in the 4th. Now he swings and misses. 2 batters later, after his home run, Francisco Alvarez also hit a home run to almost the same spot over the center field wall to make it 5-0. That's still the score now as we play the 6th inning. There is a called strike 2. 0-2 the count. On the Toyota out-of-town scoreboard, the Pittsburgh Pirates had their home opener today and beat the Orioles 5-4. Now here's a curve in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strike. Nobody out. Vientos, the runner at first. And the big story in that game is the great 19-year-old prospect of the Pirates who began the season in the minor leagues but was just setting the world on fire in AAA. Now here is a called strike 3. Simeon caught looking on a backdoor sinker. 1 away. And here comes Benj. Carson Benj, left-handed hitting right fielder who has struck out and flied out to left, will be coming up. Anyway, Connor Griffin was called up, and he played in that game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 19 years old. Here is a ball too high to Benj. Benj himself, he's only 23 years old. He was signed coming out of high school by Bill Mazeroski, Hall of Famer. Bill Mazeroski's son, Darren Mazeroski. Here's a swing and a miss by Carson Benj. And the Pirates, for their home opener today, were paying tribute to Bill Mazeroski, who recently passed away. Now the stretch, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right back to Brubaker. He's got it. Over to second one. Adames to first. A double play. Inning over. I'll tell you about Connor Griffin, if you haven't heard how his...
Billy the Marlin riding by in the pickup truck. AJ didn't have a good release point on this fastball. AJ nailed him.
Just a little outside. Look at the guys behind home plate, and it's their job to clean up the glass. And look at AJ playing the innocent. And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score, and the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "You see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
You're listening to the best in the Bay.
Line drive into right field, base hit. Charged by Robles. 1 run is in. Here comes Fitzgerald. The throw. Swing!
All season long on the sports leader. Now back to the Orange and Black on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
There's a hard slider called a ball, a little bit low, and not a hittable pitch. Again, huge break on that one. Now, McLean, who's got a perfect game going. Now, he misses low and outside. He's retired 15 straight Giants. Closest Giant to getting a hit was Bader. Now he swings and misses at a high cutter. On a 2-0 count, it's 2-1. He hit a ground ball wide of third, and Bo Bichette was able to dive for it and get it and get up and throw him out. There is a ball a little bit low. 3-1. McLean has not walked anybody. He's not allowed a base runner. He has 4 strikeouts so far. He delivers. And that's ball 4. Now, it's only the 6th inning, so maybe it's too early to be talking about a perfect game anyway, or a no-hitter even. But if they thought that was close enough, they could have challenged it. That's unlike any no-hitter or perfect game in Major League history. That little wrinkle added to it. Giants get their first base runner. Now Pat Bailey with a swinging strike on a cutter. 0-1. McLean to the plate. And he's low and inside for a ball. Lunging to his right to make the backhanded grab was the catcher, Alvarez. 5-0. The Mets lead the Giants. Giants, who not only have been shut out and are down by 5, they have not had a hit. But they just got their first base runner. Bailey, switch hitter, batting left-handed. And he takes a slider low for a ball. 2-1. We were talking about Connor Griffin, the 19-year-old phenom, making his debut for the Pirates today. First 19-year-old, first teenager to make his Major League debut since Juan Soto in 2018. Swinging a foul off to the left. Soto came up. We saw him early on when he first upon the scene, and he looked like a hitter who'd been around a lot longer. Because he hit like a veteran, and he had a 2-strike approach even then. 2-2 pitch. And that is low, 3-2. Well, Connor Griffin ended up hitting a double into the gap in his first Major League at-bat today into left center field. In front of the fans in Pittsburgh who gave him a huge ovation, and Darren Mazeroski who signed him. Now here is a ball inside. And now time is going to be taken by Alvarez because McLean looked like he was a little upset about that call. But again, Alvarez did not challenge it, which is, they still have both of their challenges available. And they might have gotten that one overturned looking at the StatCast strike zone.
Yeah, I think they would have. The one prior to that where McLean was staring in, I think clearly was not a strike. This one, though, I think Nolan had a pretty good case. And it is interesting how
he has dominated in this game. I mean, you were describing how the Giants just have hardly had anything even close to a hit. The closest was that Bader ground ball, I guess, where Bichette made a nice play. But I mean, he's hardly for more strikes than balls. A lot of Giants hitters have been ahead on the count. And he hasn't had great command in that way, but he's just been untouchable.
Justin Willard, the pitching coach, went out for a visit. Now here is Gerard Encarnacion. He takes a wild swing and a miss on the young guy just walked 2 in a row, and Encarnacion not only swung at a ball way out of the strike zone, it was a breaking ball, big sweeping breaking ball. Now the pitch, and low for a ball. Another curveball that had a 22-inch break to it. 1-1 pitch. Look out. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That ball almost hit him. And Encarnacion started to swing and then tried to check, and it was too late. So Encarnacion has swung at 2 pitches out of the strike zone here. Giants are down by 5. They need base runners. It is Encarnacion's. He'd only had 1 at bat since spring training ended before tonight. 1-2 pitch. Little tap foul just off to the left. He got a piece of that big curveball. 82-mile-an-hour curve. So the Giants have a runner in scoring position. They have 2 men on. Their first base runners of the game. Encarnacion has got lots of power. Willie Adames is on deck. 5-0. The Giants are trailing. Now the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he tops that one foul to the left. Another curveball there from McLean. We were talking about Connor Griffin in his debut today, 19-year-old. He was hitting .438 in AAA at the start of the year. Just wearing out AAA pitching. And he ended up with the 1 hit and a walk in his debut game today. Swinging a foul off to the right. He was the youngest Pirate with a hit in his debut game since the guy that the Pirates honored in pregame ceremonies today, who just recently passed away, the Hall of Famer, Bill Mazeroski, was 19 years old, who in his debut got a base hit in 1956. There's a curve way inside that almost hit Encarnacion in the left leg. Well, now it is 2-2. 2 men on, nobody out. Here it comes. Curve, and he taps that one foul. He's just refusing to throw him anything straight. This will be the 9th pitch of the battle. He's ready. The runners lead. And here it is. Swing, and there's a drive in the right field. On the move over to his left to make the catch is Benj. Tagging up at third and moving at second and moving over to third is Bader. Back to first goes Bailey. Well, that was quite a battle that Encarnacion gave McLean, and he saw so many breaking balls, and then he finally got another breaking ball and hit the fly ball to right. It was the 7th of the 9 pitches that was a breaking ball. The curveball or the slider or sweeper. Now runners at first and third. Here is Willie Adames, who is grounded out to short and struck out. McLean pitches, fastball, low and outside, ball 1. He's got that sort of across the body kind of delivery, a little bit similar to the Giants' late inning reliever Ryan Walker in that regard. Now he throws, and a cutter just off the outside. 2-0. So they have made him work. First 2 batters each got walks. Then Encarnacion gave him a 9-pitch battle before he hit the fly ball to right. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a high foul out of play off to the right. Reaching back into the second deck. 2-1 the count. Adames grounded out to short in the first inning and struck out in the fourth inning. The infield playing him to pull, except for the first baseman who's on the bag with a runner. And there's a swing and a foul. Back out of play on a cutter. 2-2 the count. Bader at third. Bailey at first. One out. This would be McLean's 25th pitch in this inning. Bullpen is busy. Here it is. And the curveball taken too low. 3-2.
There's a left-hander, Brooks Raley, who was warming up just a moment ago.
Still Raley. 3-2 the count to Willie Adames. Devers on deck. The pitch. Swing. There's a drive in the right center field. That's into the gap. It's heading for the wall. It is gone. Or is it? Did it get stuck? I thought it hit the wall and then there was no carom. It must have gotten stuck beneath the wall, underneath the padding out there. So only one run will be allowed to score. Bader from third. Crazy, that one hit the wall. And oh, now I'm totally off. I must have lost it in the white sign out there that said Visa. Anyway, it hit and then bounced over the top of the wall. I beg your pardon. So he gets the automatic double, and it is 5-1, and that is going to be the end of the night for McLean.
I think you lost it because literally at the exact same time the ball bounced on the track, a warm-up pitch from the bullpen kind of crossed in exactly the same sight line. It was very confusing from where we are. There was a ball.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like a brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
A reminder, the Giants ticket membership still available for a limited time. You can become a member today and secure a spot at Sippin' with Bochy, a curated wine tasting and Bruce Bochy meet and greet for new ticket members. That's pretty cool. Secure unbeatable savings and exclusive benefits as a ticket member. sfgiants.com/Bochy. So Raley, with his great start to the year, in a big spot. The Mets have dominated this game, but the Giants are one hit away from making it a totally different game here in the sixth inning.
So here is Devers. Runners at second and third. Lefty versus lefty, and a big swing. And he bounces it foul back behind the plate. Strike one. Devers is struck out, and then he lined one that was caught by the first baseman his last time, a low liner. Caught by Beatty, reaching down to his left. Here it is. Swing and a foul back to the screen. That was a big breaking ball. A sweeping breaking ball. Fouled back to the screen. Now he's behind 0-2. Another lefty, a Rice on deck. Ground ball to one of the middle infielders can get a run home. They're back in normal depth. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Slider down and away. And the count is 1-2. Now Raley, as Devers asks for timeout. Just as Raley started into his stretch, Devers was granted his timeout. Bailey at third, Adames at second. The shortstop, Lindor playing almost up the middle for the left-handed batter. Now the 1-2 pitch. Slider, and he pops this one foul off to the left. Still 1-2. Raley, 37-year-old left-hander. Got signed to his first contract by the Cubs 17 years ago. Again, he throws. And a fastball up and in. So the count is 2-2. That was the sinker after he'd thrown all those sliders. Two and two the count. The set. The pitch. Slider way outside. And now it's 3-2. So quite a battle here. Remember, Devers initially fell behind 0-2. Crowd coming alive here. Big crowd at Oracle Park tonight. Trailing the Mets 5-1. But with one out and runners at second and third. Sixth inning. 3-2 pitch. Slider. Swing and a foul off the catcher, and it ricochets to the backstop. Still 3-2. He went back to the breaking ball there. This will be the 9th pitch of this battle. Upcoming. And all of them have been breaking balls, save the first one, and then just a couple of pitches ago. 3-2 with runners at second and third. Again, Raley comes in. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider. Well, after all of those breaking balls that were breaking off the outside, down and away, that one was up and almost belled high, but pretty good lateral movement, running toward the outside corner, and he could not make contact. Now Arise, left-handed hitter also, and he takes up and in and off the glove of Alvarez. Breaking for the plate and scoring is Bailey from third. And it's 5-2 Mets. And Adames moves over to third. That ball was high and tight, and a pass ball is charged to Francisco Alvarez. Ball was high and tight, and he reached up to backhand it, coming up out of his crouch, and just hit his glove and bounced away. And now Arise trying to see if he can pick up Adames as well. The pitch in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arise has popped up to third and hit a foul ball to left. McClain still watching from the dugout. 2 runs in for the Giants. And there is a ball, a cutter that time. A little harder, a little break. Less of a break and a little harder than his slider or sweeper. 2-1 the count to Arise, who's been hot the last few days. Now he swings and fouls one out of play off to the left. And it's 2-2. Here's the left-hander Raley throwing. Slider low and outside. And now it's a full count, 3-2. Arise has had 4 other regular season plate appearances against Raley. He's had 2 hits and a walk in the past against him. Now the stretch. Now the pitch. In the hands with a fastball. Popped up foul. It'll reach back over the screen and into the crowd just to the left of the plate.
It's got to be part of the reason why he's so tough to hit, why he's having such a good start to the year against both Devers and Arise. I mean, it's not just one side of the plate. He is coming way in and nibbling around that outside corner.
He is ready again. 3-2 pitch. A little flare off to the left. Does not get very high off the ground. High enough to go over the backstop screen and into the crowd behind the on-deck circle, where Matt Chapman is waiting, hoping to get to the plate in this inning. 2 runs are home for the Giants, trailing 5-2. Adames the runner at third. Now the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Over to his right, Beatty. He backhands it and makes an overhanded feed to Raley, covering in time for the out. And Raley got it done. It wasn't easy. He had to work.
Pop quiz. How do you go from Captain Clutch to the Iron Horse through a milestone and a marathon? The answer is on Hall of Fame Connections.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
3,000! History with an exclamation point!
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Reach out to us at 5starbank.com and go Giants.
Bay FC's Hello Kitty match is back by popular demand, Bay Area. Bay FC takes on the Washington Spirit on Sunday, April 5th at 2 p.m. at PayPal Park. Don't miss exclusive Hello Kitty themed merch activities and more on Easter Sunday. Grab your tickets now at bayfc.com.
Now back to the Orange and Black on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
A called strike to Francisco Alvarez as we start the 7th inning. JT Brubaker still on the mound for the Giants in relief of Tyler Malley. The Giants trailing now 5-2 as we go to the 7th. And once again, here is Dave Fleming.
Strike 2, slider from Brubaker. So it's 0-2 to Alvarez. And it is a different feeling ball game. It's an important inning for Brubaker and the Giants. He throws. Alvarez just gets a piece of another slider. So it stays no balls and 2 strikes. Mets have 8 hits. Giants have 1 hit in the game. And yet, it's 5-2. And the Giants could feel like maybe they have a little momentum in this game on their side. 0-2. Down and away. And we'll see about Brubaker. Brubaker pitched a scoreless inning in the 6th. And then had to wait around a long time. The bottom of the 6th took a while. McLean got in trouble. There was a pitching change. Some long at-bats. Now Alvarez asked for time. Alvarez hitting in the 9th spot tonight for the Mets has his 2nd home run of the year. It was an impressive home run to straightaway center field. 1-2. He takes down and away. Top of the 7th, as always, sponsored by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Got lucky sevens in your future. Here's a pitch for your next weekend getaway. Head to Cache Creek Casino Resort. Your getaway awaits. Now it's 2-2. Brubaker throws. Alvarez hits another one foul. So it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those are pretty good pitches from Brubaker, who's done a really nice job in the early season for the Giants, pitching well and giving them some length out of the pen. Up to the moment, 5 1/3 innings this season with no runs allowed. The pitch, high with a fastball, 3-2. Outfield mostly just straight away for the Giants. Jung-Hoo Lee was really in more normal right field position against Alvarez. 3-2 is hit high and deep down the left field line. Wow, a towering drive, and it is gone into the tunnel. Alvarez has his second home run of the game, and the Mets get one of those runs right back. 6-2 Mets. 2 home run night for Alvarez, 3 home runs on the season. He earned that one. That was quite a battle. There's the first run allowed by Brubaker. He kind of hung a breaking ball. And the thing about that is he fouled off so many tough pitches along the way to earn what was finally a mistake pitch. And he took advantage of that one. Here's Lindor batting from the left side, and he takes curve in for a strike. Alvarez is powerful. He's got big-time pop. 0-1 pitch. Up and away. Change-up. Lindor takes it. Ball 1. Time O'Malley gave up the first home run, and he allowed also a home run to Marcus Semien. Mets have hit 3 home runs in this game. Here's a pitch that misses. Another changeup, 2-1. And you do start to wonder whether that long delay, because of the long half inning, is affecting Brubaker a bit. 2-1. Foul, back out of play. Let's pause here for station identification on the Liberty Group Protect Your Assets Giants Radio Network.
This is the flagship of Giants baseball. Double play! KNBR and KNBR-FS San Francisco, the sports leader.
2-2 to Francisco Lindor. The pitch. He swings and foul tips one. Just got a piece of it. That was the changeup from Brubaker, who has been a starting pitcher for a lot of his big league career. And he has that starting pitcher's repertoire. Two. Up and away with a changeup that really was just not close. So some bigger misses here. Giants bullpen is quiet. Lindor checks his swing on a ball in the dirt. Didn't swing on appeal. So that's a walk. Home run walk to start the top of the 7th. Right after the Giants scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, the Mets have kind of taken that feeling, that momentum away from the Giants. Here's Taylor hitting in Soto's spot. Taylor yanks one foul. Tyrone Taylor took over for Soto after just one at bat for Soto, left with right calf tightness. Taylor, since coming in, is 0 for 2. Right-handed hitter. The pitch. He pulls another one foul along the third base line. It's 0-2. Jung-Hoo crew is back. Cheer on Jung-Hoo Lee from seats in the arcade above Triples Alley. Single game tickets available Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games. Every ticket includes an exclusive Jung-Hoo crew foam finger. sfgiants.com/crew. Now a slider. And Taylor stays alive, lunging off balance, but got a piece. Now the Giants will get the bullpen going. 30 pitches for Brubaker, and the stuff just doesn't look as crisp. We've seen him throw really well in the early season. Not right now. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Reared back, and that was a good one. 94-mile-an-hour sinker. And sinker can mean a couple different things. It's really just that 2-seam movement. It doesn't have to be down and sinking down. It's that action coming back arm side, and Brubaker threw just a nasty pitch right on the outside corner. So here's Bichette. Brubaker pivots, throws to first, diving back safely. Francisco Lindor. 6-2 Mets here in the 7th inning. Giants in the bottom of the 7th have Chapman, Lee, and Ramos due up. And the Mets have some bullpen activity. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. Bichette, who has 2 hits, is 2 for 3. Now a swing and a foul off to the right. Right-hander Oscar Brazoban. He's the guy getting loose for the Mets. So we might well see him to start the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. A liner into right center field. Another hit for Bichette. It's his second. Lindor. He'll turn and go to third. Bichette's going to try for second. Lee cuts the ball off out in deep right center field, but his throw kind of skips in and off the cutoff man Arise. I don't think it was going to matter. Bichette into second with a double. Well, Bichette having his best game. 3 for 4. And he's swinging the bat well in this series. So the Mets have second and third, still only 1 out. Their cleanup hitter Luis Robert up. And JT Brubaker trying to find a way out of this. The pitch. Robert takes a strike. Giants brought the infield in. It's kind of do or die time now. They're already down 4, and it's the 7th inning. Especially Adames. He's way in it short. The pitch. Down and away with a slider. It's 1-1. Matt Gage, the left-hander, is getting ready in the Giants' pen. Can't be all that comfortable to be Adames and be that far in at shortstop with this guy at the plate. Luis Robert is just a hulking presence. The pitch. He hits it foul. 1-2. Just barely grazed that one. And Luis Robert, he's one of the more physically imposing players in Major League Baseball. And he can hit the ball hard. Infield still in. 1-2. Robert pokes one into shallow center, and that's going to get down for a hit. Bader plays it on a bounce. Stopping at third is Bichette. Lindor scores. 7-2 Mets. That's the third hit of the inning, and Robert not sort of true to his physique and the style of player that he usually is. Just a kind of a finesse swing, and that pitch was a pretty good pitch. Really nice job of 2-strike hitting by Robert. So he drives in the run, and here comes Tony Vitello, the Giants manager, to make the pitching change. Not officially a Habas Law mound visit because the move is being made, but Vitello.
1-1 on the ground, deep short. Tovar, can he get it out? Of course he can. How great was that? You will not see better tonight, I guarantee you.
Might not see better for a couple weeks.
Oh, man.
He's done it again against Oviedo. Second home run of the night against this right-hander. Have a night, Altuve on for the 5th time. 2 home runs and 4 runs scored.
It's kind of vintage right there from the big fella.
Lance with the best start of 2026. 7 innings of 1-run baseball and gets a huge ovation. The 2-1. Hit hard. Fair ball. Cal Raleigh walks it off against the Yankees.
And the big dumper comes through in the clutch.
Swing and a miss. Oh, Canada. An immaculate inning for Michael Soroka here to finish out the top of the 5th inning.
Gorman popped up the first pitch he saw in the 6th inning. So his second trip to the plate. Full count.
Swing and a drive. That's a mammoth shot for Gorman. A long home run over the bullpen.
Ted Williams always said, get a good pitch to hit. When you do, don't miss it. Nolan didn't.
94-mile-an-hour fastball by Angler and a deep drive. 443-foot shot by Nolan.
And win. 2-0 the final score. Holmes gave up 1 hit in 6 innings. And the 2 runs were just enough for the Braves to get a victory. They're still scoreless in Anaheim in the top of the 8th inning. Mariners and the Angels in that game. Bottom 7 in Sacramento, all A's against Houston. 11-2 A's, who are off to a really slow start this year. But tonight, a couple of home runs. Lawrence Butler's hit 1. Max Muncy's hit 1. And they lead 11-2. Here it's 7-2 Mets. Brett Beatty against the new pitcher Matt Gage, who's ready to go. And his first pitch is hit foul. Beatty tops one foul. The Gage slider, which is really his bread and butter pitch. 3 appearances, 3 innings for Gage. Only 1 walk, only 1 strikeout, so it hasn't been blowing hitters away, but has been very effective. Runners at first and third, 1 out, 2 runs in. The pitch. Beatty tops a slider, foul, 0-2. Brett Beatty's another physically imposing guy. I mean, he's tall and strong and has a lot of raw power. Has not hit a home run yet this year. Gage ahead 0-2. He throws and he misses with a fastball up and in. Maybe by design there. Just change the look and the feel, get Beatty sped up and set up another one of those sliders. We'll see. 1-2. He pitches. Slider in the dirt, blocked by Bailey. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Tomorrow the Giants will play that Saturday night start time, which isn't always the same, but our first Saturday 6:05 start time of the year. Clay Holmes against Landon Roop, and then 1:05 day baseball on Sunday series finale. Kodai Senga and Logan Webb. Good matchup. 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Went up with the fastball. Good pitch by Gage. Gets the strikeout. 2 outs. And here's Mark Vientos. Be fun to see Landon Roop again tomorrow. Landon was so impressive in his first start of the year down in San Diego. Seems poised to take a step forward, but we've seen it tonight. I mean, the Mets have hit 3 home runs. They have 11 hits. They put 7 on the board. Mets are a good offensive team. They lead 7-2. 2 down. Gage tries a changeup and misses with that one outside. Ball 1. Vientos, the Giants have not been throwing strikes to this guy tonight. He's not made an out. 1 hit, but 2 walks. Has scored a run. Here's the pitch. In the dirt with the slider, 2-0. So it's kind of, here we go again. Vientos. Shed at third, Robert at first. 2-0 the count. The pitch. Vientos swings and misses. Slider, strike 1. So a good test for Gage, a right-handed hitter and a guy who's locked in and hot. Trying to prove to his manager, his pitching coach, that Gage can be trusted against righties and lefties. 2-1 pitch. That one is flipped into right center field, and it's going to get down for a hit. Lee will play it on a bounce in to score. Bichette, 8-2 Mets. Really not a bad pitch. Just a good job by Vientos to serve it into right center field. What a night he's had. 2 hits, 2 walks. Giants haven't gotten him out. And this big crowd of more than 38,000, 38,613 the paid attendance, and Giants fans are a little subdued right now. The pitch. Hit to right center field by Marcus Semien. Lee calls off Bader, and Jung-Hoo will catch it for out number 3. But the Mets score 3 runs. Gage a little unhappy.
Clark surveying. He leaps. He got it. First home run robbery of the year. A Superman catch from Clark.
What a play by Terang.
He is on display today. How much fun is he to watch every single day?
What a huge play from Brady House at the hot corner.
Robbing it about as casually as you can imagine, Mike Yastrzemski.
Behind the back flip by Ernie Clement.
Everybody's going to be smiling about this one.
Back to the track, to the wall, and makes a leaping catch.
Here comes Young. What a catch by Young.
How about Roquio went to a knee and almost like mid-flight flicked it over to first base.
On the run, he gets there. Lot of ground covered by Cedric Mullins there.
Young reels it in. That's a pretty play. As if you already didn't know that Baldwin was doing everything today.
Candelario makes a great catch. Yes, they did it on both sides. Paredes, Walker, a great play on the corners.
It starts to sink abruptly, dives forward and makes the catch.
In a big-time spot here in the 8th. It's the 2-2 pitch. Yelich, a high drive, deep right, down the line, fair, and gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. And he left nothing in the tank.
My God, how far did that go? A bomb.
421 feet away.
My goodness.
Christian Yelich, a 3-run blast.
Puede ser el dueño.
This law has built the legal muscle that wins again and again, delivering justice where it belongs, with you. Visit HabasLaw.com. Omar Habas is a California licensed attorney, offices in Northern California, including San Jose. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Where there's baseball, there's Budweiser, the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Back to Orange and Black Bats Kraken on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
The right-hander Oscar Brazoban for the 4th time this year for the Mets. He's been good at the start of the season. He's the 3rd pitcher of the night for New York. And the Mets, it's been all Mets tonight. They lead 8-2. Brazoban, right-hander against Matt Chapman. The pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Giants got the 2 runs across in the 6th inning, last inning, and felt like, okay, maybe this game could change. And then the Mets answer with 3. So it's back to a big Giants deficit, 8-2 now, as Brazoban misses outside. 1-1 to Chapman. Chapman's popped out twice, 0 for 2. The pitch. He takes this one in for a strike. And Chapman's challenging. Well, down 6 runs. It's not a bad spot to
strike. The batter is challenged.
I don't think he's going to win this challenge. It's not the worst spot to just sort of test it out. And indeed, he loses.
Call is confirmed. San Francisco is out of challenge.
Giants can't challenge anymore. They can challenge a normal baseball play, but with the ABS system, they're out. Now Chapman asks for time. Giants hitters have not had a ton of success so far this year challenging. 1-2. Down and away. Count is 2-2. The pitch. Chapman strikes out swinging. 90-mile-an-hour changeup from Brazoban. I wonder if as a hitter we'll have to ask gently, maybe find a gentle way to ask, but I wonder if you're a hitter and you make an out or you strike out, however you make it out, and also lose a challenge, if that makes the at-bat feel even a little worse. Lee pulls this one foul on the first base side. Strike 1. insult to injury theory. 0-1 to Jung-Hoo Lee. The pitch. He squibs one. Third base side. It rolls foul. 0-2. Lee 0 for 2 against the starter Nolan McLean. Clay Holmes, a guy tomorrow. Big, strong guy on the mound. Former reliever, a long-time good reliever. Last couple of years, signed with the Mets to be a starting pitcher, and he's done a pretty good job of making that transition. Lee broke his bat, so he needs a new one. One out, nobody on. Just a beautiful night still here in San Francisco. 0-2 pitch. Lee fouls this one off to the left. Another changeup. 92-mile-an-hour changeup. Game time temperature, they said, was 59 degrees. It felt so nice and pleasant tonight. 0-2. Lee rips it on the ground. Foul. It was too quick on that one. You'll be shocked to know it was another changeup. Brazoban's throwing a lot of those. And Lee, I think he broke his bat again. So that's in the old days when players, at least in some organizations, had to pay for their own bats. That would not be a good trip to the plate. That doesn't happen anymore. 0-2. Lee hits this one, foul off to the left. That'll make the seats. And he was checking his bat. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody break 3 bats in one at bat. He didn't break this one. Blame the whole batch if that happens. 0-2. Lee lines one and caught at second by Simeon. Wow. After all that, Jung-Hoo Lee hit a ball hard, and a nice play by Simeon, dropping down to his knee and kind of skidding on the infield dirt. But he caught it. 2 outs. Here's Ramos. Ramos 0 for 2, and Ramos's numbers aren't looking great in the early season. The pitch off the outside, ball 1. I don't know that really reflects the reality of his at-bats. I felt like against the Yankees, he had arguably the best Giants at-bats of that series. Here's a pitch low, 2-0. Tonight he hit a ball very hard his first time up. It's still early. 2-0 the count. Brazoban pitches. Ramos swings and misses. Sinker. One thing that is clear, for whatever reason, teams are really going after Elliott with fastballs. A lot of fastballs. 2-1 pitch. He hits this one high and along the first base side, back into the seats. First baseman Beatty came over and was acting like he might have a chance to catch that, but over the net, beyond the dugout. 2-2. Elliott, whether that was just a Yankees thing mostly, or whether that's going to be a pattern here, Ramos is going to have to beat some fastballs and just prove to teams that he could do it. 2-2. That one down and away. He takes a changeup. 3-2. On deck, Harrison Bader. Brazoban throws. Ramos hits one up the middle, base hit. That was a 96-mile-an-hour sinker. And he hit that one hard. So Ramos has his first hit of the game. It's only the second Giants hit of the night. Now here's Bader. Bader walked in the 6th inning. That was the first base runner, period. Nolan McLean pitched a perfect 5 innings to start tonight. The pitch. Down and away, ball one. Bader walked, then Patrick Bailey walked. The Giants ultimately got 2 runs across in the 6th. That's all they have on the board. 2-out base runner here, though. Ramos at first. Short lead. Beatty holding him on. The pitch. Bader takes low. 2-0. Pitch of the inning for Brazoban. Bader out in front of the changeup. Swings and misses. 2-2. He loves that changeup. Say 2-2. 2-1 to Bader. The pitch. Pulled foul. Now it's 2-2. Ninth inning in Anaheim on the Toyota out-of-town scoreboard, and still no runs. Mariners and the Angels. Now Bader gets drilled. A pitch comes high and tight, and that one got him somewhere around the hand. You just hold your breath and hope. He's wearing a glove that I think has some protection. He's pointing. And Tony Vitello, no, are they saying foul ball? The umpire called that a foul ball. Bader's saying we got to challenge that. Vitello immediately popped out of the dugout. Well,
San Francisco is challenging the call of no hit by pitch.
I mean, I think it hit his hand.
It hit him on the left hand, but it hit right near the knob of the bat. But it clearly got him on the hand, and he wasn't swinging at it.
Yeah, I mean, to me that's pretty clear. That's a hit by pitch. See what the umpires in New York decide. I think he got him on the left pinky, sort of right above the pinky. I could see how a replay umpire would be a little more reluctant to change a call like this if there was some gray area. Almost deferring, like, well, the guy's standing right there. But
the call was that I guess he's saying that it hit the knob of the bat, but I think we see it clearly hitting him on the hand, on his bottom hand, as you say, near the pinky finger.
After review, the call on the field stands. It was not a hit by pitch. The count remains 2-2. San Francisco loses their challenge.
I mean, I just disagree with that.
But I think what you said before we heard the ruling is the way it worked.
The pitch. Bader takes low. 3-2. So instead of a couple on with 2 outs, 3-2 the count to Harrison Bader.
They're just saying, well, it could have hit the knob. Maybe. That's the call.
Yeah. 3-2. Ground ball to short. High hop for Lindor. Bader slams his bat down in disgust. He's unhappy with that, and I don't blame him. He got hit by a pitch and didn't get to go to first base.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yeah, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball.
Yeah. There's a fastball. There's a flying bat. It's a high car. And that ball is
is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Oppo Taco. I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Affects kids' sleep, confidence, and mental health. Learn how to guide kids toward a healthier balance at carsforkids.org/parenting, because smart kids need informed parents.
Listen to Giants baseball on your smart speaker. Just say play KNBR.
Eighth inning, 8-2 Mets. Once again, John Miller.
All right, and Benj takes a ball too low. Left-handed hitter, the rookie, 23 years old, out of Oklahoma State. First-round draft choice a couple of years ago for the Mets. Now Gage, the lefty, misses off the inside. They can't challenge. They're out of challenges. 2-0 the count to Carson Benj. 8-2, the Mets are leading. The Mets have hit the Giants 12-2. Now a slider and a swinging strike. 2-1. Benj has struck out, flied out to left, and grounded into a double play. Gage throws, and he's too high. 3-1. Benj, 3 hits and 22 at bats so far this year. One of the hits, a home run. 3-1 pitch, in for a called strike. The 8th inning is sponsored by Mancini's Sleep World. It's the power of 8. The Giants have 8 rings, and you need 8 hours of sleep plus a new mattress every 8 years. Save up to 40% off. Select mattresses at Mancini's Sleep World. Rest easy. There's a foul out of play off to the left. 3-2 the count. Gage again to the plate. Swinging a high foul out of play. Off to the left. This Sunday, the Giants and Golden State Valkyries team up here at Oracle Park. The first 15,000 fans receive a Valkyries baseball jersey presented by Adobe. Celebrate Bay Area basketball and women's sports, featuring a pregame appearance from the Valkyries mascot, Violet. Now here's a foul. Off to the left and into the lower deck. Get your tickets now at sfgiants.com/promotions. It's the Sunday, the day game. Matchup, Logan Webb for the Giants, Kodai Senga for the Mets. Now here is a ball too low, a slider missing. Folks, is a walk from Gage. First time that Benj has been on base in this game. We're talking about the Sunday afternoon game. The game tomorrow, the 6:05 game, every Saturday here at Oracle Park. This year will be a Fiesta Gigante. The Giants celebrate Latino culture with live entertainment, specialty concessions, and the special game day atmosphere all around the ballpark. The Giants will take the field in their new Gigantes jersey. That's tomorrow, 6:05. Tickets available at sfgiants.com/Fiesta. Alvarez has hit 2 home runs tonight. Fouls one back to the screen. Strike one. Runner at first. Nobody out in the 8th inning. The Mets lead the Giants 8-2. Now Alvarez hits a high drive in the deep center toward right center. Back and to his left is Bader onto the warning track, and he makes the catch. Turns and heaves it all the way into second to Luis Arraez at the bag. Well hit well by Alvarez yet again. But this one stayed in the yard. He had twice homered, once over the center field wall, more in straightaway center in the 4th inning, and then once deep down the left field line. Now here is the leadoff man, Francisco Lindor, and he takes a called strike, 0-1. Alvarez, even that ball he hit at 102 miles per hour. Swinging the bat well. The ball's looking big to him, I guess, tonight. Here's the 1 strike offering. Big swing and a miss by Lindor. And it's 0-2. In the game in Arizona tonight, Dave mentioned on the Toyota out-of-town scoreboard that Atlanta beat the D-backs 2-0. The only runs in that game scored in the 9th inning. And the Braves all of a sudden hit 2 home runs. Back-to-back. Albies and Olsen went deep. Those were the only runs of the game. There's a ball too high from Gage. And the D-backs had only 2 hits for the night. Holmes started for Atlanta. Now there goes the runner. The pitch is a ball in the dirt, and the snap throw down to second. In the dirt to Alvarez, whose tag is too late, and a steal for Benj. Benj steals second with the Mets holding an 8-2 lead. Hurried throw there by Bailey, but it bounced in, and that gave the runner the chance he needed. And now a ball is a looping liner into shallow center, base hit. Benj goes to third, and he'll be held up there by the Mets third base coach, Tim Leeper. The throw came in, was cut off, and now runners at first and third for the Mets.
Tim Leeper he does not want anybody to be thrown out at home plate.
Very, very cautious. Well, Benj got himself into scoring position, and then Benj, and I wasn't looking at Benj, so I don't know if he was himself playing it very cautious, but looked like he could have been waved home. Now the Giants move the infield in as Tyrone Taylor hitting in the spot where Juan Soto started the game and got a base hit his first time, but ended up being taken out of the game before the Mets took the field with right calf tightness. 1 out here for the Mets in the 8th inning. They lead 8-2. The pitch, and that's very high to Taylor. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor, since taking over for Soto, has grounded out to third, grounded out to short, and struck out. Right-handed hitter. Giants middle infield in halfway. First baseman Encarnacion on the bag with Lindor, and there's a swing and a miss by Taylor on the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, very high for a ball. We mentioned the Braves beating Arizona 2-0. The Athletics won their home opener up in Sacramento 11-4 over the Astros. 2-2 pitch. Fouled. Back to the screen. The Mariners and the Angels playing down in Anaheim. And that game is now in the last of the ninth inning. 0-0 the score there. And the Angels are batting with 2 down and nobody on. Now the pitch. Swing and a high pop-up. Angling out into the shallow outfield. Second baseman Arias makes the catch. And then we'll run it back to the infield.
Well, that was crazy. The Seagulls, which are gathering, getting ready for the end of the game, right as that pitch was being thrown, they were sort of gathering right over the infield on the pop-up. It went up right in the midst of all of them.
And I saw that, Dave, but I somehow thought that my eyesight was going again, and I thought, what is that? Do I need to get that checked?
It's a lot of white spots.
Here is ball 1, a little bit low to Bichette. Last time I got my eyes checked, I asked them, I said, what are these little things I'm seeing floating around? And when I closed my eyes, they said, oh, floaters. You ever have any floaters?
I don't think I've had any floaters.
Bummer. I thought it was habit of just there, but it was a bunch of Seagulls. 1 ball, no strikes to Bo Bichette. Bichette having his best game as a Met so far. He's had 3 hits, 2 singles, and a double. Scored 2, knocked in 1. Runners at first and third, 2 down, and a fastball in there for a called strike.
I mean, obviously they're here a lot. Usually they're out by the bleachers, over the cove, up high toward the rooftop of the upper level. They were all, for whatever reason, they were just hovering right over the infield, right when the pop-up got here.
And I'm sure there's a rule against that.
Yeah, somebody's got to at least remind him of that.
The commissioner's office does not allow that. One ball, 1 strike to Bo Bichette. With runners at first and third. Benj at third, Lindor at first. There goes Lindor from first. And no throw will be made by Patrick Bailey. Nobody covered at second base. And I guess because Encarnacion was on the bag with him at first, Lindor will be given credit for a stolen base. 2-1 the count to Bichette. Runners at second and third. Bichette fouls one up into the middle of a whole bunch of birds flying around up there and back into the crowd. Benj got a leadoff walk in this inning. Later stole second. He's at third. Lindor, who got a 1-out single, then stole second, is at second. 2 down. 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. He tried to check his swing, but the ball glanced off the bat into the glove of Bailey. Inning over. So good work there by Matt Gage. They do not score. That's the...
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
1-1 on the ground, deep short. Tovar, can he get it out? Of course he can. How great was that? You will not see better tonight, I guarantee you.
Might not see better for a couple weeks.
Oh, man. He's done it again against Oviedo. Second home run of the night against this right-hander. Have a night, Altuve on for the 5th time. 2 home runs and 4 runs scored.
Kind of vintage right there from the big fella.
Lance with the best start of 2026. 7 innings of 1-run baseball and gets a huge ovation. The 2-1. Hit hard. Fair ball. Cal Raleigh walks it off against the Yankees.
And the big dumper comes through in the clutch.
Swing and a miss. Oh, Canada. An immaculate inning for Michael Soroka here to finish out the top of the 5th inning.
This one, you're going to need to find a friend who loves slow roasted chicken, bacon, and avocado ranch sauce. Or a friend of a friend, or have an awkward conversation with a complete stranger to see if they're obsessed with chicken, bacon, and avocado ranch. Or you could just eat them both because you're obsessed with slow roasted chicken, bacon. Okay, you get the idea. The new chicken, bacon, ranch street chalup is at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell U.S. locations for a limited time while supplies last.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
This is Miller and Fleming on KNBR FM and AM, the sports leader.
Called strike 1 to Patrick Bailey from the new Mets pitcher, left-hander Richard Lovelady. And here's a hard ground ball past Lovelady. Out behind second, it is gloved by Simeon. And the throw to first, in time, Bailey is retired. So Bailey had grounded out to Simeon back in the 3rd inning, the first time he batted. And then walked and scored a run in the 6th inning. Now grounds out to Simeon again here in the 8th inning. Lovelady replaces Brazoban, who went 1 inning scorelessly. The batter is Encarnacion, and he takes a called strike. Now here's a sinker that is way off the outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lovelady is in his 4th game. In 4 previous innings, he allowed 4 runs and 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Now a ground ball up the first base side, foul. Lovelady, 30-year-old lefty, out of Kennesaw State University. Now, Encarnacion having some problem. I don't know, having a problem with his helmet or whatever it was. He got some time to straighten that out from Charlie Ramos, the plate umpire. Now he's back in the box. 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul down the right field line, which when we look out there, we see the moonrise again.
Yeah, low to the horizon. It's waning now, right?
Waning gibbous. The full moon was actually on the 1st on Wednesday. Here's a backdoor slider low.
This is the time that we really like it because it looks more Giants orange.
Yeah. Just above the East Bay Hills from our vantage point, and very close to the right field foul hole, but in fair territory. If a Giant had hit that out there, it'd be a fair, and into McCovey Cove, it would be a splash hit. 2-2 the count, and a foul right toward the Mets dugout, hit very sharply.
Got my binoculars out just in case we could see the Artemis astronauts out there.
Yeah, check for them.
Still looking.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that misses. And the count goes to 3-2. A little bit low, I guess. Encarnacion has struck out, and he hit a fly ball to right after a tenacious battle against the starting pitcher his last time. Now he drives one down the right field line. That's a base hit. It hits the pillar between the first and second archways, And then the carom is bobbled by Benj and into second. Well ahead of the throw from Benj is Encarnacion with a double. Encarnacion, he reached out and went with that one. It was a fastball away, belled high. And he clobbered it. Just took one quick hop, hit that padded, the lower part of the pillar between the first two archways in that corner. Now here is Willie Adames, who hit a double into right center that knocked in the Giants' first run. It was also their first hit of the game. So they've had 3 hits total, including 2 doubles now, trailing 8-2. And Lovelady is up and away. 2-0. Second baseman Marcus Semien, shaded toward the middle. 2-0 pitch. Off the glove of Alvarez over to the Giants on deck circle to the left of the plate. So Devers over in the on deck area moves out of the way as Alvarez tracks the ball down as Encarnacion goes to third. And that's another passed ball charge to Alvarez. He's had a couple balls like that got away. The other one saw the Giants score a run. Bailey scored from third on the pass ball by Alvarez in the 6th. Now there's a ball too high. It's a 4-pitch walk drawn by Willie Adames. Which the Giants, they need base runners. They're way behind. So they've got 2 out there now for Rafi Devers. And now the pitching coach, Justin Willard, will run out to the mound to chat with Lovelady. He got Bailey to ground out to start the inning, but then Encarnacion hit the double to right. Now Adames has drawn a walk. By the way, for Adames, only the 2nd time that he has walked so far this year. He's 1 for 3 tonight, plus a walk. 7 hits, 31 at bats for the year. 2 doubles and a homer. Devers, who got his first home run of the year last night. Willard back to the dugout, the Mets' new pitching coach. And here's Devers, wide open stance, and he rolls a foul down the first base line. Strike 1. On the Toyota out-of-town scoreboard in Anaheim, the Angels did get their free runner, their placed runner home in the 10th inning and have taken a 1-0 lead. But not the Angels, but the Mariners, who are playing the Angels down there. And the Mariners have scored 2 more times. They're still batting. A game that had been scoreless through 9 innings, but now the Mariners have scored 3 times in the 10th. On the Toyota scoreboard. Now Devers takes a slider low. The Toyota out-of-town scoreboard. Toyota, let's go places. 1-1 the count to Devers. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Now he swings and it's a foul. Out of play, off to the left, back into the second deck. 92 mile an hour sinker. And he's sliced it foul off the third base side. Well behind that one. Encarnacion at third, Adames at first. And there's a slider low. 2-2 the count. By the way, we had the, when the pitching coach was out there, I neglected to mention a Happus Law mound visit. Now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. And Devers, who does not show his emotions generally, but he looked furious as he swung and missed at that slider that broke down and out of the strike zone off the outside. It's the 3rd time that he has struck out tonight. Now here's a big swing and a miss by Arise on a slider. 0-1. Arise is 0 for 3. Is popped to third, fouled out to the left fielder, and grounded out to first. Giants with runners at first and third, and trailing 8-2. Swing and a ground ball foul off to the right. 2 strikes to count to Arise. Giants have had only 3 hits all night long. They trail 8-2. The Mets with 13 hits, including 3 home runs. 2-strike pitch. There's a pop fly into shallow center field. Going out is Lindor. He can't get to it, and neither can the center fielder. It falls right between the two of them. Coming in to score, Encarnacion. Going over to third, Adames. And holding it first is Arise, just a pop-up. And Lindor kind of took charge on it. He was racing out the whole time, and he could not catch up to it. And the center fielder, Robert, never did call him off. He ultimately went into a slide to avoid possibly colliding with Lindor. So it's a single and a run batted in for Arise, his first hit of the game, and the Giants are now trailing 8-3. It's the second time in 2 nights now that there's been a ball similar to that into the shallow outfield that fell in. Last night it was Simeon who was going out. Here's strike 1 call to Matt Chapman. Mets bullpen is quiet. Lovelady trying to wriggle off the hook here with just the 1 run scoring. Now a slider, low and outside for a ball. Matt Chapman is 0 for 3. That pop fly single by Arise is the Giants' 4th hit all night. Adames down the line from third. Arise away from first. 1-1 pitch, way high and outside. Pitch number 26 thrown by Lovelady. Chapman has popped out to the second baseman. He also has popped out to the third baseman. He struck out his last time. He's ahead of the count here, 2-1, and he fouls one off to the right. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 2-2. Encarnacion, who got the 1-out double down the right field line, has scored a run. Adames, who got a walk, is at third. Arise away from first. Beatty on the bag with him. Now a swing and a chopper to short. Charged by Lindor. On the run, snaps the throw to first. He got him, and the inning is over. 8-3 Mets now after the Giants get a run here in the 8th.
He drives it to deep left center field. Back goes Kmitz to the warning track. Leaps it. He has it. He falls over the fence. Kmitz fell over the fence as he made the catch. But since he left the ballpark, it's a home run. You've got to stay in the park. Let's give it the old college try.
Oh, what a great effort.
Big career numbers against the Giants for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. There's a little one, another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch. So first and second with 3 runs in and still only 1 away. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wells around. 5-0 New York. 2 balls and a strike to Matt Chapman. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. He is so much fun to watch. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings, 2 or fewer hits, and no runs allowed.
The
the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
This is Miller and Fleming on KNBR FM and AM, the sports leader.
Haven't seen Eric Miller in a game for a while. This will be his third appearance of the year, but first since last weekend. He takes over 8-3 Mets, ninth inning.
And a first pitch changeup. A swing and a miss by Luis Robert. Robert was badly fooled on that one. Now another changeup. This one he takes. 1 ball, 1 strike. I guess that's worth a shot. You fool a guy that badly. Well, see if you can do it again. 1-1. It's been a while since Miller was last on the mound. Now a high fastball misses. He pitched both Friday and Saturday against the Yankees. Here's the pitch now, and that is up and away. Miller came into the game in the 7th inning on Friday, the Giants' opening day game. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and he walks him. Miller in that game retired the 3 hitters he faced in the 7th inning after inheriting a base runner, and then gave up a walk and a single after getting 1 out in the. He had first struck out Aaron Judge in the 2nd inning of his night. There's a swing and a miss. It was actually just a grand total of 1 1/3 innings for Miller in that one. 0-1 to Brett Beatty, lefty versus lefty, after the walk of Robert. And then Miller came in again the next day, Saturday. Now there's a ball too low. He started the 8th inning, gave up a hit and a walk, and had a strikeout. He got Aaron Judge out again. And then had not been in a game again since that Saturday, almost a week. Now there's a ball up and in. 2-1 to Beatty, 97-mile-an-hour sinker there. Beatty has grounded into a double play and 3 straight times struck out in this game. He's 0 for 4. The Mets lead though 8-3. Now he lifts a foul out of play off to the left, back into the second deck. Two and 2 pitch. There's a liner into left field and a dive by Ramos, and he does not get the glove on it. It shoots by him to the wall. Coming to third and being waved home is Robert. Here comes the relay throw in from Ramos, and it goes right by 2 different Giants relay men. Matt Chapman, the third option, retrieves it on the infield grass. And it is 9-3 Mets. That ball was hit very sharply by Beatty, and Ramos went for the catch, but just a little bit late. Did not get the glove on it. So a double and a run batted in. Beatty's first hit of the game. 9-3 Mets, their 14th hit overall. And here is a strike to Mark Vientos. So that leadoff walk gets cashed in immediately. Beatty, the lefty, gets the double. Man, did he hit it hard. That was part of the problem for Elliot Ramos, and I didn't see what kind of a jump he got, but he was playing him way over in left center, way off the line. The ball got hit 105 miles an hour. So he didn't have a whole lot of time to try and go get it. Now,
the call is a strike. The batter is challenging.
And you heard that one, a strike to Vientos, but he didn't think so. So let's see what it shows. And he was right.
It is the ball. New York has 2 challenges remaining.
The Mets have won all of their challenges so far tonight. The Giants are out of challenges. 9-3, the Mets are leading in the ninth inning. Nobody out, a run in, a runner at second, and now Vientos bounces a foul off to the left. Vientos has not been retired by the Giants. He's walked twice and hit 2 singles. He's knocked in a run, and he scored a run. And for Eric Miller, he's just trying to still get somebody out here. The Giants get somebody up in their bullpen. Miller to the plate, and a foul out of play off to the right. Let's pause for station identification now. This is the Liberty Group Protect Your Assets Giants Radio Network.
This is the flagship of Giants baseball. Double play! KNBR and KNBR-FM San Francisco, the sports leader.
Now the 2-2 pitch. High and tight. Fastball at 96 miles an hour from Miller. Tomorrow's game, remember, a 6:05 start here at Oracle Park. Now the pitch, a swinging strike 3. Threw him a changeup on a 3-2 count. And with that, he gets his first out in the inning. So here is Marcus Semien now. So a lot of the fans who were here, 38,613, the paid crowd, are no longer here, with the Mets holding a lopsided lead in the ninth inning. 9-3 New York. The Giants 3 runs on only 4 hits. Now there's a ball too high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Semien. Semien's had a couple of hits. Remember, Semien off to a very slow start with his new team. Had only 3 hits all year until tonight. Now he swings, and there's another hit. Line drive into right field, a base hit. Over to third, and being held up is Beatty. The throw comes in. And the Mets have runners at first and third. Semien's third hit, he had an RBI single that plated their second run of the first inning. They jumped ahead with a 2-run rally right away. Semien then hit a 2-run homer in the 4th inning that made it 4-0. Now, after striking out and hitting a fly ball for an out, his last 2 at-bats, he gets a base hit here. So he's 3 for 5. As many hits in this game as he'd had for the season before. Here's Benj, the rookie. He takes high and tight that almost hit him. Now a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caleb Killian, a right-hander, is now warming up in the Giants bullpen. Mets scored 11 runs in their opening day game at Citi Field in New York. They've not scored many since, however. There's a ball low, and it's 2-1 to Benj. Two and 1 pitch. And that is called a strike. So for Miller, he's just trying to find the strike zone here. Now Miller on top, delivers outside. 2-2. And of course, before he got to the big leagues with the Giants, that had always been the rap on Miller. He for many years had a hard time throwing strikes. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to second to his left. Arise has it to second for 1. No chance to double up the very fast-moving Benj as the 10th run of the night scores. Beatty scoring from third. And an RBI on the force out for Benj. So 2 runs are in against Miller, and now Here comes manager Tony Vitello out to the mound. With the right-handed hitting Alvarez, who's hit 2 home runs tonight, coming up. He will take them all from Eric Miller. So now Killian will be brought in from the Giants bullpen.
By the way, 8 outs via the ground ball so far.
Long throw, Candelario across, got it to retire Amaya. Going back to the wall and clear the deck. Cannonball coming, it's another Cruz missile. A 2-homer game for O'Neal Cruz.
This 1-2 to Hoskins is swung on and missed.
Well, not only has he been effective, but he has been efficient.
6 strikeouts for Ohtani.
And the 1-2 again. Swing and a miss. He got him. Got him with the slider. 8 strikeouts. You don't get this every day in a major league debut.
Fernandez hits a high fly ball deep to left field, and it's gone. He did it. The kid did it.
That was his 4th major league at bat. He's homered in half of them.
If you were to find a jersey or if you swap a jersey with one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
Nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey. Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Puede ser el dueño de grandes.
Just going crazy because their internal clock says this game should be over. So they're all swarming up above, figuring this is long past time for them to start picking on all the stuff that's left over. Killian, for the 3rd time this year, just trying to get the Giants through this 9th inning, down 10-3.
Francisco Alvarez. He's committed a couple of pass balls tonight, but Mets fans are not that upset about it, I'm sure, because he's also hit 2 home runs. Now he takes a ball too high from Caleb Killian. Runner at first, Benj. 2 runs in. The Mets lead 10-3 over the Giants. Now Killian, the right-hander throwing, and a check swing on a high fastball. No on the appeal to David Rackley, the first base umpire. Beginning Monday, Bryce Harper and the Phillies will be here at Oracle Park to start a 3-game series. Giants and the Fightin' Phils, Monday through Wednesday. Wednesday's the day game. And that'll be the end of the homestand. Now here is Killian with a sinker at 97 miles an hour for a called strike. 2-1. Tuesday will be the first City Connect game of the year. Get your tickets now. Giants Phillies, sfgiants.com/tickets. There's a swing and a foul going out of play off to the right. Two and 2 pitch. Did he swing? Yes, he did. Plate umpire made the call himself. And Killian strikes him out to end the inning. 2 more runs for the Mets. We go to the last half of the 9th inning with Lee, Ramos, and Bader.
Kevin Gausman was outstanding against the A's last night. Dylan Cease will try to do the same.
Cease was brought on board to not just help lead this rotation this season, but also into the Blue Jays' future.
Just swing and a miss to retire the side. Cease gets Soderstrom. And he blows him away with a fastball for strikeout number 6. He's been striking out guys. There's no question about it.
Blue Jays pitching's got some filthy stuff.
And he rings up another one. That is 5 consecutive strikeouts and 9 in the game for Cease.
That slider is virtually unhittable this afternoon for these Athletics hitters.
3-2, and he got him with a high fastball for strikeout number 12.
This is a different fastball that we are seeing from Dylan Cease this afternoon. It has been electric all day.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Visit HabbisLaw.com. Omar Habbis is a California licensed attorney, offices in Northern California, including San Jose. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Clicks don't show the full picture, but Cumulus Digital does. We show you exactly who saw your ad by name and address, and our campaigns beat industry benchmarks by over 25%. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to start outperforming.
This is Giants Baseball on KNBR 104.5 and 680.
Well, that's the bottom of the ninth. Giants are down 10-3. Luis Garcia is out there to pitch for the Mets, their fifth pitcher of the night.
Here's Garcia throwing, and he's too high. Ball one. Jung-Hoo Lee has flied out to shallow left, hit one to the pitcher, and lined out to second. He hits a high foul out of play off to the left. We were mentioning the Mets had scored 11 runs in their first game of the year. Then they got 4 runs in the next game. Then 3 runs and 4 runs. And then they had only scored 3 runs in the last 3 games of this road trip they're on. There's a ball missing. 2-1 the count to Jung-Hoo Lee. So they have not scored more than 4 since their opening day victory until tonight. Now here's a called strike. Now on the happy side for the Giants, if you're an optimist, with Landon Roop going tomorrow and Logan Webb on Sunday, the Giants could still come back and take this series. Now there's a foul out of play off the third base side, a splitter from Garcia.
I'm an optimist.
And if they end up taking 3 out of 4, this game will have no memory of this game. I almost have no memory of it now. Here's a liner into center and over to his left a little bit. Luis Robert, and he makes the catch. So I've already forgotten that. What just happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm talking about. 1 down, and here is Ramos. I have no idea. Ramos got a base hit his last time. The Giants only have 4 hits. They certainly haven't wasted any tonight. Trailing 10-3. There's a ball in the dirt. Skipping by Alvarez, the catcher, to the backstop. Ball 1. Ramos. He'll remember that base hit. He needed it. Now Garcia throws. A hard ground ball hits off the leg of Garcia and goes under the glove of the second baseman, Simeon. He was ranging to his right, and then the ball kind of got redirected by the pitcher, Garcia. And Simeon then stuck his glove out awkwardly to the left, hoping to see if he could flag it down, but it took an in-between hop, and he never got the glove on it. A base hit for Ramos. That's a 2-hit game. In that case, he hit a 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Now a ground ball pulled foul toward the far end of the Giants' dugout on the third base side. 0-1 the count. Harrison Bader. He got a possible hit taken away by the third baseman, Bo Bichette, lunging to his left on a ground ball in the third. He walked and started a 2-run rally in the 5th, and then grounded out to short after getting hit by a pitch on the hand. And they said, no. And then the replay umpires in New York said, well, the call stands. I'm not sure exactly what they said, but I guess it was, having looked at the replay many times here, they must have said something like, well, I'm not sure if that shot there showing him getting hit in the hand is, I don't know if we can just go by that. There's a swinging strike 3 by Bader, so 2 down. Remember tomorrow's game, 6:05 start. Patrick Bailey 0 for 2. He got a walk and scored a run in the 6th inning. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Runner at first. And a high fastball is fouled back to the screen. 0-1. Garcia to the plate. Runner going, and he misses off the outside with a split finger pitch. And over to second goes Ramos, uncontested. But now base hit can mean a run. 10-3, the Giants are trailing. Pitch to Bailey, swing, and he hits a high fly ball into right center field. A wide open space is out there, and Benj back into his right, takes it, and that is the game. The Mets over the Giants, 10-3. The call of the game will give the 2-run homer by the San Francisco native Marcus Semien that made a 2-0 game a 4-0 game after he himself had already made it a 2-0 game with a 2-out single in the first inning. We'll give Marcus Semien's 2-run homer in the 4th the call of the game notoriety. That's sponsored by Ring Central, AI First, communications you can trust. Now here's the game summary, sponsored by Rayleigh's and Nob Hill. Save more on the flavors you love and find better deals for your budget at Rayleigh's and Nob Hill. The Mets end up with 10 runs on 15 hits with no errors. And the Mets had 3 home runs. Semien had that 2-run shot in the 4th, and then later in the 4th, Francisco Alvarez hit a home run with the bases empty, and then Alvarez.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this. No, they are.
They also had 6 hits in 14 at-bats with runners in scoring position. The Giants, meanwhile, 3 runs on only 5 hits. They were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position in their at-bats and hit no home runs. Giants with no errors left 4 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Nolan McLean, and that's his first win of the year. And the losing pitcher is Tyler Mahle, and Mahle is now 0-2. 3 hours, 4 minutes, the time of the game, 38,613, the paid crowd. Our on-site producer and engineer has been Darren Chan, our network coordinator, Kyle Haar. And tomorrow, the Giants will try and just get rid of the taste of this one immediately and turn this around with Landon Roop on the mound. He was outstanding in San Diego in his first start of the year. Roop will be up against Clay Holmes going for the Mets. It's a 6:05 first pitch on the radio, 5:05 for our pregame show. We hope you will join us then. I'm John Miller for Dave Fleming on behalf of our colleagues, Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow. They'll be joining us here in the radio booth very shortly for the postgame wrap, so stay tuned for that and the postgame show coming up. And thanks for tuning us in tonight. The final again, it was the New York Mets over the San Francisco Giants 10-3. And you've been listening to Giants Baseball and the Liberty Group. Protect your assets. Giants Radio Network.
Bailey drives one, deep left field, and gone! Patrick Bailey!
Francisco Giants baseball has been sponsored by Bank of America, the official bank of the San Francisco Giants, and by Hab's Law. Hab's Law, they will fight to make it right.
Another walk-off for him, and this time it's a grand slam.
Giants baseball has also been sponsored by Liberty Group and Protect Your Assets, and by Cars for Kids. Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's Cars for Kids with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
This game is over.
Stay tuned for the post-game wrap and highlights coming up next on the Giants Radio Network.
Being a Giants fan has always been a huge part of my life. It got even bigger when I met Tiffany, also a Giants fan. We had our first date at a Giants game. We had our wedding right here at the ballpark. And when we had our son, well, he's been to 30 games before he turned 1. So us Giants fans became a Giants family.
Bank of America champions Giants fans and everyone who dares to ask, what would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the San Francisco Giants, copyright 2026, Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Drowning in paperwork? Struggling to keep your finances in order? Mascot LLP is the go-to solution for professional bookkeeping services. We handle everything from reconciling your accounts to filing your taxes so you can focus on what really matters, growing your business. We offer beyond basic accounting services tailored to meet the unique needs of your business. From personalized solutions to regular check-ins with our experienced CPAs, we're here for your financial success. Whether you're a small business owner, a freelancer, or running a medium or large corporation, our team of experienced CPAs and bookkeepers will provide accurate and organized finances. Picture this: greater financial organization, legal compliance, potential tax savings, and increased profitability from our accounting services. Let us help your business thrive. I'm Steve Moskowitz.